Okay, balik ta sa power plant design. What should be the design capacity of a cold storage warehouse for a 50 megawatt coal-fired power plant if coal consumption rate is 0.48 MT per megawatt of power produced if 1 month inventory is desired in MT? Assume plant running 720 hours per month at rated capacity. Answer 17,280. A fertilizer company is proposing to put up a 15 megawatt coal-fired industrial boiler operating at 42 kgs per square centimeter gauge to run a full condensing steam turbine having a stream rate of 5 MT per megawatt power, and 10% of the steam generation is used for auxiliaries. What is should be the minimum nameplate capacity of the boiler? Answer MT per hour. 83.33. A derailleur of a 200 mtph CFB boiler uses low pressure steam. Design data are as follows. 1. Feed water flow to derailleur is at 71.5 degrees Celsius and enthalpy of 299.16 kilojoule per kilogram. LP steam XMTPH at 1.61 bars, 129 degrees Celsius, and enthalpy of 2719 kilojoule per kilogram. Feed water out of the derailleur is 128 degrees Celsius, 538 kilojoule per kilogram, 250 mtph. What is the LP steam requirement per at mtph? Answer 24.7. HP heater for a 200 mtph CFB boiler is used to heat feed water before entering the boiler economizer. Design data are as follows. Feed water in 250 mtph, 15.1 MPa, 130 degrees Celsius, enthalpy is 555 kilojoule per kilogram. Feed water out 250 mtph, 15.0 MPa, 185 degrees Celsius, enthalpy is 795 kilojoule per kilogram. Steam in 1.3 MPa, 195 degrees Celsius, and enthalpy of 2789 kilojoule per kilogram. Condensate out 1.1 MPa, 188 degrees Celsius, and enthalpy of 799 kilojoule per kilogram. What is the steam required for the HP heater? Answer 30,150 kilogram per hour. A cogen coal-fired plant in Pampanga has the following design data. Input heat from coal HHVAR is equal to 5,900 kilocalorie per kilogram. It's equal to 167,400 kilowatt. Turbine generator output is 45,000 kilowatt. Useful heat from process steam is equal to 52,000 kilowatt. From above data, what is the plant thermal efficiency? Answer 57.9%. In a in a coal-fired power plant in Pampanga, HP steam at 125 kg, 541 degrees Celsius may be diverted to a PRV superheater station to produce process steam at 12.5 kg, SAT 193.4 degrees Celsius by adding high pressure feed water from the derailleur at 130 degrees Celsius. Given the following design data, what is the feed water required in kilogram s per hour to be added to produce 73,000 kilogram per hour of 12.5 kilogram per per centimeter 2G saturated steam for process use? Use the following reference design data below. Enthalpy of HP steam at 125 kg, 541 degrees Celsius is equals to 3,452 kilojoule per kilogram. Enthalpy of HP feed water at 150 kg, 130 degrees Celsius is equal to 555 kilojoule per kilogram. Enthalpy of LP steam at 12.5 kg saturated is equal to 2,788 kilojoule per kilogram. Answer 16,730. In a coal-fired power plant in Pampanga, HP steam at 125 kg 541 degrees Celsius may be diverted to a PRVD superheater station to produce steam at 12.5 kg SAT 193.4 degrees Celsius by adding high-pressure feed water from the aerator at 130 degrees Celsius. Given the following design data, what is the HP steam entering to PRBD superheater to produce 73,000 kg at 12.5 kg CM2J saturated steam for process use kgs per hour? Use the following reference data below. 1. Enthalpy of HP steam at 125 kg 541 degrees Celsius is equal to 3,452 kJ per kilogram. Number 2. Enthalpy of HP feed water at 150 kg is 130 degrees Celsius is equals to 555 kJ per kilogram. Third, enthalpy of LP steam at 12.5 kg saturated is equals to 2,788 kJ per kilogram. Answer 56,270. Feed water entering the economizer of a 200 mTpH CFB boiler has an enthalpy of 795 kJ per kilogram and steam is produced at 125 bars. 541 degrees Celsius has an enthalpy of 3,440 kJ per kilogram. If 24,473 kg S per hour of coal with an HHV AR of 5,900 kilocalorie per kilogram, 24,703 kilojoule per kilogram, what is the design boiler efficiency? Answer 87.5%. In the design fuel specification of a coal-fired power plant, the following were specified. Total moisture is 12%, inherent moisture is 6%, AS as received HHVAR 5,900 kilocalorie kilogram, air dried HVAD is equals to 6,300 kilocalorie per kilogram. What is the coal bone dry heating value HHVBD in kilocalorie per kilogram? Answer 6,700. The coal for a power plant has a total moisture of 26.23% and HHER is equals to 4,821 kilocalorie kilogram. The inherent moisture of air-dried coal is 15.08%. What is the HHV of air-dried HHV per kilogram? Kilocalorie per kilogram. Answer 5,550. A Torishima multi-stage centrifugal pump is used as boiler feed pump in a coal-fired power plant in the Visayas. Flow is 1,612 GPM and TDH is 5,615 feet. What is the kilowatt load if pump efficiency is 80% and motor efficiency is 90% kilowatt? Answer 2,368. A Torishima boiler feed pump is used to provide 80 cubic meter per hour of boiler feed water at the head of 55 bars or 550 meter. What is the pump motor load in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 178. The circulation pump of a first circulation boiler has a capacity of 607 cubic meter per hour at 20 meter TDH. What is the load on the motor if overall pump efficiency is 55%? Answer 60%. A condensate pump rated at 105 mtph and total head of 305 meter is used for a condenser. Condensate temperature is 39 degrees Celsius. What is the load of the motor if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 129 kilowatt. A condensate pump rated at 105 mtph and total head of 305 meter is used for a condenser. Condensate temperature is 39 degrees Celsius. What is the nearest motor kilowatt rating if pump efficiency is 75%, motor efficiency is 90%, and motor is loaded at 81% of rating kilowatt? Answer 160. A 300 dph CFB coal-fired boiler with 90% efficiency produces steam at 126.5 bar, 541 degrees Celsius steam, or 3,450 kJ per kilogram enthalpy from feed water entering the boiler at 220 degrees Celsius. Kilojoule is equals to 944 kilojoule per kilogram. If fuel has an HHV of 4,250 kilocalorie per kilogram or 17,479 kilojoule per kilogram, what is the coal consumption per hour? Answer: 47.8 kilocalorie kilogram. A 300 dph CFB coal-fired boiler produced steam at 126.5 bar, 541 degrees Celsius steam, 3,450 kJ per kilogram enthalpy from feed water entering the boiler at 220 degrees Celsius. Kilojoule is equal to 944 kJ per kilogram. If coal HP 17,479 kJ per kilogram consumption is 47.8 mtph. What is the boiler efficiency in percent? Answer: 90%. A 300 dph CFB coal-fired boiler with 90% efficiency produced steam at 126.5 bar, 541 degrees Celsius steam, 3,450 kJ per kilogram enthalpy from feed water entering the boiler at 220 degrees Celsius, or kilojoule is equals to 944 kJ per kilogram. If coal consumption is 47.8 mtph, what is the required coal HHV in kilojoule kilogram? Answer: 17,479. A coal-fired power plant in Toledo City requires 0.59 kg coal per kilowatt-hour produced. If coal HHV is 17,479 kJ per kilogram, what is the percent plant thermal efficiency? Answer: 34.9. A coal power plant in Toledo operates at a plant thermal efficiency of 34.9%. If coal HHV is 17,479 kJ per kilogram, what is the coal consumption in kilogram per kilowatt hour? Answer: 0.59. A 210 megawatt coal-fired power plant operating at the Vividec Industrial Estate in Misamis Oriental uses bituminous coal of HHV air AR is equal to 4,896 kcal per kilogram with 26% total moisture. What would be the equivalent heating value per kilogram in kilocalorie per kilogram of bone-dried coal? Answer: 6,616. A 116 megawatt coal-fired power plant operating at the Vividec Industrial Estate in Misamis Oriental uses a steam condenser that has a capacity of 249 mtph of excess steam, 2,361.4 kJ per kilogram enthalpy. Condensate produced is an enthalpy of 152.2 kJ per kilogram. Cooling water is 360 cubic meter per min entering a condenser of 30 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature of the cooling water leaving the condenser? Answer: 36 degrees Celsius. A seawater pump is used to supply cooling water to a steam condenser for a power plant. Flow rate is 22,000 cubic meter per hour with a TDH of 18.7 meters. Pump has a pump efficiency of 86% and its motor efficiency is 90%. What is the nearest motor rating for this pump? Answer: 1,500 kilowatt. A condensate extraction of pump for a coal-fired power plant is used to transfer condensate from the hot well to a derailleur. Flow rate is 374 mtph with a TDH of 180 meters. Pump has a pump efficiency of 68% and its motor efficiency is 90%. What is the nearest motor rating in kilowatt for this pump? Answer: 300. A power plant has two boiler feed pumps, each rated at 220 metric tons per hour each. TDH is 1,990 meter at feed water SG of 0.905. Pump efficiency is 76% and motor efficiency is 90%. What is the motor load in kilowatt? Answer: 1,744. A low-pressure feed water heater for a power plant uses 1 bar steam. Latent heat is equal to 2,201 kilojoule per kilogram steam for heating 350 mtph of feed water from 30 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius. What is the heating steam required? Kilogram per hour. Answer 59,923. A a high pressure feed water heater for a power plant uses 1.84 bars of steam. Latent heat is 2,168 kilojoule per kilogram steam for heating 350 mtph of feed water from 120 degrees Celsius to 135 degrees Celsius. What is the heating steam required? Answer 10,139 kilogram per hour. A high-pressure feed-water heater for a power plant uses 1.56 bars of steam. Latent heat is equal to 2,178 kilojoule per kilogram steam for heating 350 mtph of feed water from 135 degrees Celsius to 205 degrees Celsius. What is the heating steam required in mtph? Answer 47.1. The final high-pressure feed-water heater for a power plant uses 4.7 mpg of steam. Latent heat is 1,654 kilojoule per kilogram steam for heating 350 mtph of feed water from 205 degrees Celsius to 260 degrees Celsius. What is the heating steam required in mtph? Answer 48.7. A coal-fired power plant in Mindanao has a net heat rate of 10,500 kilojoule per kilowatt hour. What is the overall plant thermal efficiency? Answer 34.29%. A coal-fired power plant in Mindanao has an overall plant thermal efficiency of 34.29%. What is the plant heat rate in kilojoule per kilowatt hour? Answer 10,499. A power plant using coal HHV is equal to 9,500 British thermal unit per pound, produces 105 megawatt and have a Carnot cycle efficiency of 36%. What is the required coal consumption per hour? Answer 47.5. Geothermal plant. At a geothermal plant, 1,500 kgs per second of condensate water at 1.5 MPa is flushed in a flush tank to produce 107.84 kilograms per second of steam at a pressure of 0.7 MPa. If the specific steam consumption of the turbine generator is 12.3 kg per second per megawatt, what will be the power output in megawatt? Answer 46.9. In hydroelectric power plants, what is the potential power in megawatt to generate a hydroelectric power plant with a design flow rate Q is equals to 35 cms or cubic meter per second, gross head Hg is equal to 75 meters, total head losses H1 is equal HL is equal to 5 meter and 96% generator efficiency. Answer 23 megawatt. A copper smelter plant discharges 12,000 m3 per hour of seawater at a net head of 20 meters. What will be the potential power in kilowatt to be generated by a mini hydro assuming generator efficiency is 80%? Answer 523. A copper smelter plant discharges 12,000 m3 per hour of seawater at a net head of 20 meters. What will be the required in kVA of the generator in a mini hydro if generator efficiency is 80% and the generator power factor is 85%? Answer 615. What is the potential power in kilowatt to be generated by a run-of-river mini hydro using a design flow rate of Q is equals to 15 cubic meter per second and net head is Hn is equal to 15 meters is overall efficiency is 85%? Answer no. Answer key. A mini hydro is proposed to utilize excess water of Abinga Dam during the wet season. Determine the design capacity of megawatt to be installed if designed for a hydro spillage flow rate at Q is equals to 30 cubic meter per second and net head is equal to 80 meters if overall efficiency is 93%. No answer key. A hydroelectric plant produces 21.9 megawatt of power using a flow of 30 m3 per second and a head of 80 meter using empirical formula such as PJ Beer's formula below. What is the penstock diameter in meters and velocity of flow in meter per second? PJ Beer's formula is D is equals to 0.176 pH to the power of 0.466. P is equals 21.9 megawatt. 21.9 megawatt is equal to 21. Ay, P is equals 21.9 megawatt equal to 21,900 kilowatt. H is equals 80 meter. No answer key. A hydroelectric plant has a 37 megawatt turbine generator with a power factor of 0.85, frequency of 60 Hz, runs at a monomial speed of 327 rpm. What is the number of poles for the generator? No answer key. A hydroelectric power plant in northern Luzon has the following operating data. Flow Q is equals to 110 m3 per second. Gross head is 155 meter. Total head loss is 13 meter. Overall efficiency is 90%. What will be the total generated power? No answer key. A run-of-river hydroelectric power plant is to be installed based on the following design parameters. Design flow. Q is equals 48 m3 per second. Density is P is equals to 1000 kgs per m3. Grav acceleration is equals G is equals 99.81 meter per second squared. Gross head Hg is equals to 35 meter. Total head loss HL is equals to 2.5 m. Overall efficiency is 94%. What will be the power output of the generator? No answer key. A run-of-river hydroelectric power plant is to be installed based on the following design parameters. Design flow. Q is equals 48 m3 per second. Density is P is equals 1000 kgs m3. Graph acceleration is equals to 9.81 m per second square. Gross head is 35 meter. Total head loss is 2.5 meter. Overall efficiency is 94%. Generator power factor is 0.85. What will be the required MVA of generator? MV 17 MVA. A mini hydroelectric plant in Luzon has flow rate of 5 m3 per second. Convert into GPM 79,250. A radiator type cross flow cooling system has a capacity of 160 kilowatt and an area of 140 square meter and a cross flow configuration factor of 0.95. LMTD of 18 degrees Celsius. What is the overall heat transfer coefficient U in watts per square meter K? Answer 413. A radiator type cross flow cooling system using cuprock nickel tubes has an area of 130 square meter, a cross flow configuration factor F of 0.95, LMTD of 290 degrees Kelvin, and a overall heat transfer coefficient is equals to U is equal to 7 watts per square meter degrees Kelvin. What is the heat exchanger capacity in kilowatt? Answer 250. A 5,000 kilowatt diesel generator has a specific fuel oil consumption of 0.22 kilogram BFO per kilowatt hour and a specific gravity of 0.96 at 30 degrees Celsius. BFO consumption is 1,100 kilograms per hour. HHV is equals to 18,674 British thermal unit per pound. The following are the design parameters of the DG2R two-ray cooling system. 1. Heat loss to secondary cooling system is 10% of fuel heat to engine cooling system. Heat input to engine is 1100 kgs by 2.205 by 18,674, 45,293, 7,800, 45,293,787 British thermal unit per hour. Temperature rise of water through two-ray cooling system is 5 degrees Celsius or 9 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the volume of water running through secondary cooling system? No answer key. Answer key. A diesel power plant in Zamboanga City uses 4 units of 10 megawatts torque Wärtsilä 18V38 TGS. Fuel consumption at 100%. Load is 0.2045 kg per kilowatt hour using bunker C with specific gravity of 0.98. What is the required HFO storage tank capacity in cubic meter for 2 months supply at 90% operating load assuming 24 by 7 operation? Answer 10,818. A steam line is used to carry 64.6 mtph of 40 barge saturated steam with a specific volume of 0.05 cubic meter per kilogram. What is the pipe diameter required if velocity is limited to 3000 m per minute? Answer 6. A pump for an arrival side steam filter for a diesel PP in Mobo Masbate has a capacity of 2.5 cubic m3 per min at TDH of 11 meters. What is the water horsepower? Answer 4.5 kilowatt. A pump of an arrival side steam filter for a diesel PP in Mobo Masbate has a capacity of 2.5 m3 per min at TDH of 11 meters. What is the brace horsepower in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 70%? Answer 6.4. Biomass plant. Exhaust steam from a steam turbine 41.8 mtph at 0.1 bars ABS 45.8 degrees Celsius. HES is equal to 2,373 kilojoule per kilogram. Goes to a steam condenser. Condensate produces an enthalpy of 192 kilojoule kilogram. What is the required cooling water flow M3 per hour if it enters at 32 degrees Celsius and leaves at 40 degrees Celsius? Answer 2,726. A cooling tower for a 12 MW biomass power plant has a cooling capacity of 3,770 m3 per hour. Water entering at 41 degrees Celsius and leaving the cooling water at 33 degrees Celsius. Wet bulb temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. What is the cooling tower effectiveness? Answer 61.5%. A cooling no answer key again. Fuel combustion. A wood-fired furnace to a village-scale bioethanol distiller uses 63.6 kg per hour of wood with HHV of 12,000 kJ per kilogram. If the air-fuel ratio for the furnace is 8.0 and air density is 0.075 pounds ft3, what is the combustion air requirement in CFM cubic feet per minute? Answer 250. Using ASME formula, answer gives industrial power plant, electrostatic precipitators. What is the inlet dust in G and M3 of an electrostatic precipitator that has an overall collection efficiency of 99.51% if the outlet dust is 500 mg per nm3? Answer 102. What is the outlet dust G Nm3 of an electrostatic precipitator that an overall collection efficiency of 99.51% if the inlet dust is 102 g per nm cube. Answer 0.5. What is the overall percent dust removal efficiency of an electrostatic precipitator that has a dust inlet of 102 g per nm3 and an outlet dust of 0.5 g per nm3? Answer 19.5. A two-field, two chambers in series electrostatic precipitators and collection efficiency of 92% per chamber. What would be an overall collection efficiency if all fields are operating normally? Answer 99.64%. A two-field, two chambers in series electrostatic precipitator has a collection efficiency of 94% per chamber. If one of the chamber is down due to operational problems, what would be the expected collection efficiency of the electrostatic precipitator in percent? Answer 94. A two-field, two chambers in series electrostatic precipitator is designed for a collection efficiency of 90% per chamber. What would be the outlet dust if 2000 ppm of dust is introduced at inlet in ppm? Answer 20. A two-field, two chambers in series electrostatic precipitator is designed for an overall collection efficiency of 99.0%. What would be the collection efficiency if one of the chambers is down? 0 voltage in percent. Answer 90. To clean the flue gas at a coal-fired power plant in Iloilo, an Alstom electrostatic precipitator with four fields and a gas flow of 300,000 nm3 per hour is designed to clean the flue gas containing 30 g nm3 at inlet of 100 mg nm3 at outlet. What is the ESP dust removal efficiency in percent? Answer 99.67. A fluxed ESP electrostatic precipitator with three fields has a capacity of 36,000 nm3 per hour. Thus, inlet is at 80 G per nm3 and outlet at 1 G per nm3. What is the overall dust removal efficiency of the electrostatic precipitator in percent? Answer 98.75. A two-field electrostatic precipitator has a collection efficiency of 96% per chamber. If dust outlet of 0.5 G per nm3, what was the dust inlet in G per nm3? Answer 312.5. Bag filters. A bag filter is used to recover copper concentrate from steam dryer exhaust. If the copper concentrate dust entering the bag filter is 2.4 metric tons per hour and collection efficiency is 98.5%, what is the dust released to the atmosphere kg per hour? Answer 36. A bag filter is used to recover copper concentrates from steam dryer exhaust. If the copper concentrate dust entering the bag filter is 2.4 metric tons per hour and dust discharged to transfer is 36 kgs per hour, what is the collection efficiency of the bag filter in percent? Answer 98.5. The bag filter of a steam dryer at a copper smelter captures 99.5% of dust that enters. If the inlet dust was 60 G per nm3 and the total dust is entering is 1 mt per hour, what will be dust load of the outlet in G nm3 and kgs per hour? Answer 0.3 G per nm3 and 5 kgs per hour. Cyclones. In a wood pulping plant in Mindanao, a long cone helical roof cyclone separator is used to separate wood chips from wood fines. The wood chips go to a pulping plant while the fines go to the wood-fired boiler as fuel. If 26 md per hour of material is injected into the cyclone and its average efficiency is 85%, how much material would go to the pulping plant md per hour? Answer 22.1. A cyclone is designed to separate plastic balls from motive air. If each ball weighs 0.01 pounds, a required transport capacity is 1 mt per 24 hours. How many plastic balls are transported per hour? Answer 9187. Conveying system pneumatic belt. In a limestone crushing plant, a belt conveyor has an incline of 15 degrees. If the horizontal center to center distance of the head and tail pulleys is 100 meter, what is the length of the conveyor measured from center to center distance of the pulleys? Answer 103.53 meter. A 20 HP motor is used to drive a belt conveyor. Convert 20 HP to feet pounds per second. Answer 11,000. Pumps. Specify the water storage tank capacity cubic meters for a 1,200 GPM fire pump to be used for fuel tank farm fire protection system if the requirement is 2 hour supplies. Answer 545 cubic meters. A fire pump rated at 1,200 GPM and 150 feet TDH is used for a fuel tank farm fire protection system. What is the pump motor load if pump efficiency is 76% and motor efficiency is 80% in HP? Answer 75. A hot water pump rated is 5 FT3 per minute or 37.4 GPM is to be installed for a hotel. Head required is 50 feet and overall efficiency is 60%. What is the motor load of the pump? Answer 0.8 HP. A cool water pump for a compressor station requires 105 MT per hour delivery at 38.4 mtdh. What is the pump water horsepower HP? Answer 15. A cooling water pump for a compressor station requires 105 cubic meter per hour delivery at 38.4 meter TDH. What is the pump brake horsepower? BHP if pump efficiency is 75%. Answer 20. A Goulds pump is used to provide 1,100 cubic meter per hour of water at a head of 40 meters. What is the pump motor load in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90% in kilowatt? Answer 178. An E-Barra pump is used for transporting 90 cubic meter per hour of sulfuric acid. SG is equals 1.8 at a TDH of 90 meter. What is the pump motor load in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 78% and motor efficiency is 95% kilowatt? Answer 54. A deep well pump is used for transporting 250 cubic meter per hour of water supply for a copper smelting plant in Chile. Total TDH is 15 bars. What is the pump motor load in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 70% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 162. A cooling water pump is used for pumping 650 cubic meter per hour of cooling water for a copper casting plant in Leyte. Total TDH is 20 meter. What is the pump motor load in kilowatt if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 53 kilowatt. A cooling tower pump is used for pumping 2,860 GPM of cooling water for a copper casting plant in Leyte. Total TDH is 66 feet. What is the pump motor load of in HP if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 70. A pump is used to recycle wastewater. For an industrial pump is required a discharge volume of 200 GPM at a TDH of 85 feet. What is the motor load in HP if pump efficiency is 80% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 6. A fire pump for a fuel tank is required a discharge volume of 3,250 LPM at 126 meter head. What is the motor load kilowatt if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 99. A fire pump for a fuel tank farm is required a discharge volume of 860 GPM at a TDH of 413 feet. What is the motor load HP if pump efficiency is 75% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 133. A pump used to recycle wastewater for an industrial pump requires a discharge volume of 200 GPM at a TDH of 85 feet. What is the motor load HP if pump efficiency is 80% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 6. An iron 1 sintering plant in Misamis Oriental with a capacity of 3,600 m3 per hour and a total head of 14.5 meter is driven 8-pole motor of 900 RPM. What is the motor load kilowatt if pump efficiency is 76% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 208. A deep well pump with a capacity of 900 GPM is to be installed 420 feet deep in the Atacama Desert of Chile. Water will be stored into an elevated tank 65 feet above ground and other head losses total 50 feet. What is the pump water horsepower? Answer 122. A deep well pump with a capacity of 900 GPM is to be installed 420 feet deep in the Atacama Desert of Chile. Water will be stored into an elevated tank of 65 feet above ground and other head losses total 50 feet. What is the motor load in HP in pump efficiency is 70% and motor efficiency is 90%? Answer 193. A deep well pump with a capacity of 3.4 cubic meter per minute is to be installed 128 meter deep in the Atacama Desert of Chile. Water will be stored in an elevated tank 19.8 above ground and other head losses total 15.2 meter. What is the pump brake kilowatt if pump efficiency is 70%? Answer 129. A fire pump rated 415 GPM, 135 PSI with overall efficiency of 62% is to be installed at a Dolly Cordillera Administrative Office in Baguio City.